So it's just kind of like this is the buyback area right here. These are where the bulls are trying to buy the market back right here. If it gets under this, like it did this morning right here, boom, we came down. Remember? We came back up through it. The bulls bought here, bounced it back to here. We came down and hit the bottom of the market maker box halfway through. This is a little lower high they made right there. So you got the low, you got the big high. Oh, shoot. And then you come down, and I hate when it does that. Urgh. So annoying. So you got this low coming all the way down. Then you make a higher high, a little higher high. This is all part of the downtrend. These are just lower highs. Just bring it back down. So we should see a continuation back down here. But a lot of times you'll see the continuation stop. And the target that they wanted was 93. The target's actually 93 and 893, which they got down here to 890, or excuse me, 693. So they want to get down to like 693, guys. So they never got the 693 target down here, which was right here. This is where it should have came, because that's that dip level in the market. There's one sitting down there. So you got that level there at the 93.75. Then you got another big buyback level down here at 62. So this level right here, guys, at about 62. Let's see, where is that? So 62. Yeah, about 62, 63 right here. So this one here is also the same. It's right at 63 now. So we just put it right there and go here and make it green also, because this is a buyback for the bulls down here. That's one of your lower ones. So you can see the bulls have got two buybacks right here together, this one and this one. So right now we're just waiting for this thing to either drop down here to 93, 693 and tank, or it will stay playing in the consolidation area where she's playing now and just kind of do nothing. But anyway, just wanted to wanted to let you guys know what's going on and just kind of watching it. So I'm just kind of back and forth watching it. There's not really a lot going on with it right now. It's just in the middle of going right back to where it came from. Just trying to get back down to where it came from. But you got to realize, remember that this 25 area is the bank level down here. So you got a bank level sitting about 25 down here, guys. So that's another issue. We have to come over here and just take this one right here and say, okay, you got 25, which is right there. Boom. That's a bank level sitting right here on the 25. You just go to the text right here and just put in here bank level. There you go. Boom. Done. Right there. So you got a bank level and a buyback level right there together. And then the funny thing is about this, if you come back up here again to, where is that? 3650. So we come back up to 3650. We like to look at this level too. Because remember, we came down to this earlier today, which is right here. There's your 25. There's your 36. Right there. Right there, 3650. Right on it. This one right here is another critical area. 36. Okay, so, gee whiz, really. Some days, I swear, I wish I could just talk and things would happen. Just be able to talk and say, okay, go here, go there, be done. Okay, so we'll take this, come over here. It has to be 50, can't be 25. Text. Bank level, another one. There you go. So you got two of them sitting here. We'll just over here out of the way. Jeez. Really? There you go. So that kind of shows you what she's doing there. The bank levels are based off motor wave. So this, you guys can watch it now and just kind of watch, but I can, since I've been kind of like, on and off today and doing some things, I'll probably just throw the auto trader up and let you guys use it. Since I've been busy pretty much all the day anyway, so, but we killed it this morning, so this is just kind of stagnant right here. You're waiting for the returns, as you can see, pushing down, but I'll show you guys the auto trader, and you can use this while I'm on the phone here in a few minutes. This is a big help right here. Auto trader is really good to use. If I'm not in the room or something, or I'm doing something, you guys can just use this, because it will take its trades. It will take the longs and it will take the shorts. So there's a 200 moving average up there, 40 here, there, bull bears coming down. There's another bank level sitting down here that we're trying to get to. See, there's a bank level 25, right? There's another one over here too. You just can't see it because it's too big on the screen, but you can use it off these signals. And, the good news is, guess what, guys? Auto Trader will be coming out Monday on its own subscription and its own area to trade on. So I'm going to have this out Monday. So Monday it will be its own. It'll be like streaming on its own for people to use. Probably Monday or Tuesday. You can see what she's doing though. I don't know why it's got 5 in it today. I think because we back tested last night with 5, and I forgot to turn it off. So it's got 5 in there again today. So it's just got 5 in it. So with 5 I go 10. Just if it's trading 1, trade 2. It's kind of easy to do. You can actually use it, and based on what it's trading with. If you see it making money with 5 contracts, guys, if you went with 10, you'd make double. But, you got to wait till it gets to the money. But the thing about the auto trader is always wait. Like right here, see, I told you this 72? Look at that. There it is, 72. Right there. Just notice that. They went short there. This is this short right here you're looking at. So you can always look at the auto trader when it comes into a trade, guys. Wait for it. It will come into the short, or let's say it goes long here. Let's say you got a long signal. It might tap the long signal, go up and pull back, and go up and pull back. And just like second or third time. But when it gets a signal, just let it pull back from the signal first, and then wait to come back in, then go with it. Because a lot of times you'll get a signal and it'll pull back from that entry, and then finally hit the entry and go. So that's just something you have to use. Let's do it like this, though, so you guys can actually see it right here like this. That's pretty good there, so you can see pretty much all of it. There's that big level down right there. So leave it right there. So you got the big up level up here and the big down level down there. So now you got pretty much all the market. You got the open range bottom right here. At the top open range right here. You can see right there, close of the range was right here at 21 straight down. That's that range break trade on the 12-minute right there. Boom. That's all you need is just this one candle. But see, like I tell people, guys, you can take this long right here at 9:30. Okay? That we just took this morning. So we take this long right here at 9:30. Boom, we get this top, we get out. I want 20 points on this signal. On this signal, I want to take this one. Took this candle, get out. Wait, this signal comes in. Take this candle, get out. If you only take 10 to 20 points on each one of these entries, that's all you really need, guys. 10 points an entry. 10, 15 points, whatever you want to do. But you can do it that way. Like if you do the 5-point rule that I have, if I go 5 and 5, 5 contracts, 5 points, 5 contracts, 5 points, 5 contracts, 5 points. So you put 15 points with 5 contracts, done for the day. And you can base it that way.
Shit, I must know what I'm doing then, because that's what I've been doing all damn day.
That's right. That's how you do it, bro. If you can just if you can get entries, guys, use the 5-point rule. So I started making money in trading, 5-point rule, 5 contracts, 5 points, boom. And I would take it only on these signals. And I'd wait for the signal to come in. I wait for it to come down and hit the signal, get in, get 5, 6 points, about 5. I started out with 5, just get 5. Then I started saying, well, okay, I'll see if I can get 8. And then just go to 10. It depends on the candle. If you're looking at this, though, you can kind of see when you're under a bank level, you're trying to push down to the next one here. So this is about middle waves right here. We're about halfway through it, about right in this area. Okay. So if it gets down to 70, and if it goes to 70, great. If it doesn't go to 70, then you don't want to take this big pullback. Remember those lines I told you I marked for some reason? Here's those 2 levels. This right here is 4 and 11. I had these marked before. I don't know why I marked them. We must have been down here before. But this needs to come down to here. But you can always watch. Excuse me. You can always watch down here, guys, at 20. This is how much gas you got left in the tank out of $120. Just think of it that way. So we still got room to move because I've seen this go to 1. So usually if it gets on like 9, if this gets into 9s and 8s, that's when it starts getting out of gas. But they can pull this back to get this number to go to like 25 and 30, 36, and then boom, right back down because they're gathering contracts. See, it's at a 17 now. But this candle hasn't engulfed the other one, so we're stuck. But it's a candle with no wick. See, there is no wick on the top of this. None. It's a wide Heikin Ashi no wick candle. So this candle can move down if it'll just keep it going. Yeah, that's a good rule, man. 5 and 5. 5 points, 5 contracts. Boom, done.
Then on that last one, that joint went from 702 to 90 to 690 real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good rule. You can use it 5. You can even use it with 1 contract. You can just say, hey, 1 and 5, 1 and 5, 5 and 5, 2 and 5. But the 5-point rule is a good way to just take profits on each trade, lock in 5 points, and move on. Because that way, if you lose 5 points, you get out too. This way, you're always kind of in that 5-point rule range. You're never really breaking up. You're not trying to break the bank on your account, but you're trying to build it. So if you take 1 for 5, say you lose 5, the next trade, you're even still. The next trade, you take 5, you're still back in the game. You're not killing yourself this way.
What I've been trying to do is buy 5, I get my 5, sell 3, the other 2 will push.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it. Scaling out. If you leave 5 and if you take 5 and let it run like this, just let it run. If you get 5, 10 points, 15 points out of a big running candle, man, I'm telling you, if you get $1,000 a day, it's crazy. It's $5,000 a week, guys. Like this morning, we were done in what? We were
trading days a month on average. It is it?
Yeah, 20 days a month trading. Yeah. Say you take 3. If you take 15, 20 grand a month out of the trading, you're doing really well. Yeah, I'm going on vacation August 4th, guys. But I'll be out in and out of the markets, but I won't be full time all the day. But I will try to get on in the mornings maybe and do some stuff with you guys, or maybe in the mid-afternoon or something. But yeah, I got vacation August 4th. I'll still be working on my vacation, but I won't be trading the whole time.
Man, just send that gravity line in that bank level. I'll be good.
Yeah, just throw the gravity level up every morning. Say, here it is. What I could do is I can add it actually, like over here. I could just go over here and say, okay, what is it, 54.50? So we just go right here like this. Take this tool, horizontal line, and go to 854. It's like right in here. Right there. 54. I think I can actually make this like this. You gotta be careful though when I do this, because man, sometimes these lines, that's like 54.50 right there. Right there. Okay. Extend this. It's all day. Format this. We want this to be like a big level. Right? You know, I probably can go show info. I wonder if I can do something. I don't think he can. No, well, it's okay though. We'll change this color though. We'll change the color, guys. This way you guys will know this is the gravity level. We're just going to change this to like a big purple line. So purple's gravity. Okay, right there. 54.50 is the gravity level. And look what's really funny. 54.50's got a little area sitting right here above it this morning. It's kind of cool. So there's your gravity level right there. At 54. And I don't know why these are here, but I don't want to confuse anybody, so I'll get rid of this one here. These are stuff we had marked before. There you go. So now you got your open range and your bottom pink and your whites. You got the gravity level sitting right there. So you know that's where they got to go. Now let's go find out and see where these bulls are. Let's see. So there's the bull. Oh, it's up here. It's hidden behind the 200 moving average. See, it's hiding right there. Right there. See that? There's our. Oh, sorry, guys. There's your bull bear gate up there hiding. See this? See it behind it's hiding right there behind the moving average. So the 200 moving average is where the bull bear gate's sitting. You just can't see it. See the number right here beside it? So our bull bear gate's right in here. The bulls need to go all the way back up here to get this market back. It's kind of crazy. But see, look at the gravity level. Right before the 200, the bull bear gate, and the open range. So you know we get up in here, guys, it's probably just going to take off again. But I don't know if we'll get there again today. This is pretty much a bear day. But eventually, it will have to come back up somewhere. And I'm thinking it's going to start moving some around the 34 up here. 34 would be a good place for it to start. Right here somewhere, but we'll wait and see what happens. Now, the auto trader won't cut off the trade, guys. It will go back and lose money or whatever, but it won't cut this trade off until it goes into a new long, or if it gets a new short. If it pulls back up here, guys, and sees another short coming back down, it will add another 5 and go short again. So if you see it trade with 10, you'll know it added 5 somewhere to come back short. Because if it gets a long, let's say the market went long right here, and let's say it went up to here with 5 contracts and then pulled back to here, and it got another signal here, it added 5 here and it kept going. That's what it will do. It'll add contracts on its own. Yeah, technically the bulls would be looking for longs down here. But the problem is with this is you're kind of stuck. I mean, the 31's great because you got that 33, 34 buy level. So we know that 33, 34 up here is the buy level on this thing. But this is where they're trying to, the 34 is probably the best place for the bulls to try to get back in if they can. But the only thing about that is Once you get past that 34 level, then it only goes to like 48. So really the 48 is going to be a big key. Once you break 34, 48, you got to break 48. If you get to 48, you could run 78 easy right here, like 78, 85 area. You can run this easy up to 48. But you got to break 34 to get to 48 to 85 to 70. Excuse me. You got to break 34, 48, and then 48 runs all the way up to 78. So 34 is 48, 78, 85. That's what I'd be looking at. So that's just kind of the way it is. It's kind of watching it. It's almost 1. I figured 2 o'clock will be the difference. More likely 2 o'clock. If this thing doesn't hit that bottom bank level down here, at this level down here, about the 619, 620, right in this area, 624. If we don't get down here soon, then I'd say the 2 o'clock can probably start reversing us right around in here somewhere. Get reversals in here and go back. Try to go back to the range at least. But it's cool. But then I'm now $8,000 on the day. Man, Tip, you killing it, bro. It's just craziness. Hey, Rizzler, Tip's killing it.
I see that. I took a couple of scalps in the morning before I rolled out, and I took a quick little scalp right now, and I'm just kind of waiting.
Yeah. I think everybody's sitting around waiting for that big reversal. Everybody wants to see that big reversal. The problem is this market's got some serious messed up problems, guys. It's really kind of messed up until you get to like the 719 up there. It's like 719 to like 720, 28, 37, 46. That 48 level I was telling you guys about. Above the 50 is where the minor league market players are sitting around that 50 anyway. So it's like 750. So if we can get to 750, guys, 750, 755 area is a perfect place for this market to start really flying. Because you got 750 to 763, 764. And once it gets to 764, it's done. It can just bounce all the way to 81, 90, and back up to the 800. So that 64 level, right in here, guys, this right there. Right in here is perfect. It's all right. You can give back as long as you're good green. That's the thing. Once you get a big green day, it doesn't hurt you to give back $700-800 because you're already up $7 or $8,000. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not a big deal. You just can't keep doing it over and over. Of course, most of us, if you're up big guys on the day, if you have a losing trade, that's cool. But you're not going to give all that back. I have seen it, though. I have seen people actually take funded accounts to $7-8,000 and blow it all in one day. Remember, the more profits you lock in on your funded, you can always take a draw, guys. Then blow it. So, if you're going to blow it after you get your draw, right? Don't blow it before. That's kind of like my logic on that, because I've done it, back in the past. Like, no, I think I'll get a draw. Then okay, I'll kill my account. So it's okay that I got the draw. So, but it's nice just to be able to keep one constantly in consistency. That's the thing, consistency. I know that people don't like consistency rules, but if you made your own consistency rule trading and kept that same rule every day, you're going to see yourself excel in this. It's people who don't have rules that don't excel. Because this is the rule. This is kind of like a job where you got rules. You have to know when to stop, for one, lock in profits for 2, build your account for 3, and quit trading is number 4. And on bad market days, sit out. You don't have to trade. Just kill yourself. I don't got, if you made 8, 9, 10 grand a day, you ain't got to trade tomorrow. Go to the beach. Or just make one trade tomorrow. Just one. If you think you have to trade, just go, okay, I'm just going to satisfy my addiction here and just trade one trade and go away. But if you'll start looking at that, guys, like, okay, if I trade one trade on a Friday or something, have a good weekend. You don't ever want to go red on a Friday. It ruins your weekend. It really does ruin. Alan, I'm not sure yet. We're working on that right now. Because I have to go at, I think it's 3:00. Yeah. I got to go beat that lady, guys, for that conference room that I'm looking over this afternoon. So I got to drive across town. So hopefully this thing won't go off the chart while I'm gone. I don't think it's going to, though. Hopefully by then, guys, we'll be up ready to be. And that way we can just kind of move the chart down for the big run up, if we have a big run up. But I think the Bears want to play with this thing today. It's going to come back a little bit, but it just depends on where. I'm thinking that 750 is a good place for it to come back to and stop. No, that's the conference room for our conference we're going to have in September. What the hell's... Who said? I found who it was. We're good.
Sounds like he's trading a lot of contracts.
I'd say. I did. I muted him. We're good. So Rich, but someone's over trading.
Oh yes, he is. He's just clicking the mouse like crazy.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to do that. See if he's still buying. Oh, mercy. I don't think he's still buying, probably now.
Looks like he left. He must have heard us talking about him.
Yeah. He just needs to turn his mic off, If you're going to trade like that, turn your mic off. It's craziness. I mean, order filled, look where we're sitting at. I mean, shoot. It's not really moved that much. I'm not trading this right now, Crazy right here.
So any ones that you change, just go ahead and, change it to the correct tax. I think
Oof.
right.
This is a good way too with Auto Trader. It's that 720 is in the way. So you don't take a long here. because 720 is in the way. It's showing you right there on the screen. Hey, I would not be long unless I was over 20 because it's telling you flat out right there. The bank level's like 25. Those 618s. Those 618s. Those 127, 130. The 127 guys on this chart. 127, 113, 86, 86, 886, and 786. These are all the pullback levels. You'll watch these for pullbacks. These are the levels they attract to because they love to trade the same levels. It'll come off a 382 back to a 618, or it'll come off a 618 to a 618, or back to a 618 back to a 382. See, there's a 618 right here, and there's one here, and there's one there. So normally it'll come back from here back to this one, or back to this one, because the market does the same. It operates in these levels all the time, every single day, year after year. So we know that anything under this level will try to come down. But if it doesn't come down, then we know we break back across it. They can come up here and just barely peek above it and short you again, because they love to come above these and short. And see right here? See how this short was up here this morning? They were grabbing these guys this morning for longs. They took them short. Then this consolidation here. And then shorted back down again. When you see the red dots pop up and the green dots, those are pretty much people either exiting out or adding on. They can be closing a short or adding a short. These big giant ones, these big giant reds up here were people closing their longs, I do believe. So this big shorts here, but you can see, you can watch these dots too, because you see a dot come on and you start seeing it going down, you know they're shorting it. And a lot of times you'll see a green one pop up down here, like this one. This is a pullback. If you see a green dot pop up down here, guys, this normally they're exiting out of that short and these bulls are taking it back, like this one right here. This was a pullback. Pretty cool though. Been watching it for a while. We're at under 20 though, so that's kind of cool. Let's just see how far they'll take it. You start seeing the greens down here for the bulls. These are represent bulls trying to pull the market back. When it's red, it's the bears. If it's green, it's the bulls. But see, you got red, 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 and all red. All these are red. These will turn green when the market is green. See how they're green over here? They're turning red. The market's red. I know, it's slow. Slow afternoon. Everybody made their big money this morning. Well, the auto trader is just an auto trading system. That's the only thing different between the two of them. That's it. One trades auto, one doesn't. That's right. Auto traders on the 12-minute all the time. They are completely different because it's the same system made two different ways. I just had a brainstorm and did Owen for TradeView. It's kind of like a mad scientist. You get an idea, you're like, wait a minute, man. A light bulb goes off, you're thinking, wait a minute. I could do this on this, I could do this over there, But I'm always thinking about these charts. What can we do to improve them? How can we make our trading easier? Like I'm seriously trying to program a controller, Xbox controller, to my trading chart. I'd like to see AI on my trading chart. I would like to be able to say in my microphone, go long here, instead of having to click a button, right? This is, something that we could do in the future that I'm looking at. Yeah, Rich Forever's been using Trade Terminator for a long time, guys. And he digs into it. If you go to the Trade Terminator Discord, you'll see where he's got a bunch of stuff posted, all kinds of stuff he does with Trade Terminator. And we just, we looked at some of the settings that we've been looking at, man, and it just absolutely brutalizes some of these charts. It just makes some really good trades. I can't wait till gold comes back under 75.82. 75.82 is where she's going. The 75.77, guys. 75.77 on the old. If he gets back under that, she'll tank. 75.77. Right now, gold has to cross the 1976.1. Because that's where she's going to go back to, is 1976.1. Then 1980.3. The top of gold is 1984.4. The midline is 80.3. The bottom is 76.1. So that's all three gravity levels on gold. Oil's gravity levels are the high side is 75.77. The low side is 74.95. Now look. You see how the market just updated this chart? Look, remember this was down here. Now look, 382, 618, 618. So the chart's completely different than it was before. So now these bears are trying to come right here. This is that bank level low, 651. See it updated? Look, 618, 382, 618, second 618's down there. So you got one here, one here, one here, and one here. You got four different levels right here all together. But look at the gaps through here. See how it moved these over here to the left side now? So this is that breakpoint line right there. So we're just above the moving average. So this is a good thing to come back to also. I call it my BP line. So there's the bull bear gate now. See it? It's dropped to 845. So 854.50 is our gravity level. Bull bear gate, we got to break at 45. If we break the bull bear gate at 45, we're going to get this gravity level, and we're going to get this one here, and we're going to move up. So it just tells you the story, what's really going on here. So now if you pull this level here, you can expect it to go back to this bank level. If it breaks this, it goes to here and here. It has to break this to go to here. It goes here, here, and here, stops. Okay, because normally at this 618 up here, you're going to get a peek through at this bottom open range. They love to come up through here and just kind of tap above and then short you. So you got to watch for shorts here. But if it does break this and continues to the bear gate or bull gate and breaks this, it hit gravity level here, here, and go. So this is what you're looking at. This is the story, what's going on. I think it's like 714 to just about 685. So we can come over here, guys, and grab this. Take it right there. Just take this right here. The 685. Where's this go? Right about. Yep. No, it's got to be lower than that. It's way lower than that. It's like down here around 685. That is 685. I think that is 685 right there, 685.50. So that don't make no sense. But anyway, that's where she's sitting, so I guess that would make sense. Sometimes the market just does weird shit. It's right there on the bottom. Okay, so that's the bottom of the box. The top of 714 is the top. So $12, $15. I think it's like $14.50, but we'll check. Nope. Well, higher than that. This will not let you lock in what I want. Drives me nuts. This is 75 right there, but there. Apply. Good to go. Okay. So this is the market makers playing right here. Actually, market maker medium level box. That's what that is. It looks so strange on my other chart, though. It's kind of weird. 714 and 685. Yep, this is perfect. You can watch them play in this box, guys. See, this is really what it looks like on a real screen, just like that. So that way you'll know, you can see the difference now. When you widen it out, you can see what the candle's really doing. It looks like it's closed, but it's really not. Yeah, general, it will be up there. If we get back to the Bull Bear Gate area, which is way up here, see right here, it's Bull Bear Gate. If we can get up here by this bank level, because we know that the Bull Bear Gate's where. So our gravity line's at 854, right? But we already know that our, let's see, what's that? Bottom range is 831. So basically 828, guys, the 828 level, or excuse me, 728. The 728 to like the 737. Okay. If we get 737, we can get that 45 level. Okay. So the 737, I think, plays a key role in this. 737 is a key role. If we can get to 737 and push this thing up to 745, then we bounce off 745 to 755 and above. But right now, I would say on the safe side, what the hell? I had to mute somebody. I would say, to be on the safe side, we would need to be up around 770, 63, 72. Like, you need to be way up in here, like this 72 level right here to get started, and then above the 90 here. So really our trades are right up in here, guys. They're right up in this 800 range, 790, 800 to get to this area. Because once you get, the market will start moving at 63, 64, 64 to 72, 72 to 80, then the 90, and then the 98. 798. But for us to get up there where we need to be, we're going to have to break above the 816. You got to be above 816 to make it work to 825. The top side of the big level is 34. 834 right in here, guys. If I look at my charts, 834 is sitting right there. This 834 right here where our bottom range is sitting, it's got a massive target on it for a breakout. So that's where we need to probably be, 834 and above. Because once you break that, if you break the 834, she gaps all the way up to our 56 because the market makers are sitting at 56. So you also got market makers sitting just above this 54 and 56 right here. So if they buy it back at the 34 to 54, 56, they'll push it. So 34 would be the key up here. 34. That'll help you out on that question there, General. 34 would be the key. Staying above this 31, 34 level and pushing it back up. But you got there's some nice big trades before that, but it would have to go from here. Like from here, we would have to be like 94. You know, if we can get 94, they could probably reverse 94 back to 701. If they can get 94 to 701, 701 to 710, 710 to 720. So it's just little increments. And then 720 to 730, and 30 to 38, and then, 38 to 45. So it's just kind of like they're working on it. But you got small market makers sitting at 48 and 60. So right here about the 50 level, you got market makers sitting at 48, and they're also sitting at 60 over here too. So this is where they want to bring it back to. They want to bring it back up these levels. But the bad thing is we could get sold out again around that 48. So to start getting on the upside of the market to really start seeing the market move, I think 764 up here. This 764 level gets it started and then kind of goes up through here, about pull back a few times, then bang this and go back up. So it's kind of weird how they got it done, but we just have to watch it. Just play off these levels. Because see, the minor market league guys want to come down here, but they're having problems because nobody's really selling this right now because everybody's scared to get in because it keeps pulling back and acting crazy. It's a Modena. What is that? Modea? It's a Modea moment. It's acting crazy. Stop acting crazy. I can't remember who said that. I don't know if it was Rick James. Stop acting crazy. Rob Rick James. That's Saturday Night Live, man. For you guys, was way back before your time, probably, but man, that was hilarious.
My grandmother has some Rick James stories for you.
I hear you, man.
I'm from Buffalo.
There you go. I'm Rick James. That's what he used to say. He used to have another line on there, but pretty cool, though.
From the stories I heard, that was a wild boy.
Yeah, he was.
My grandmother and my aunt used to hang out with him and shit.
That's cool. Yeah, I tell you, somebody I got to know on a personal level is a good dude, man. That was, what was his, just going to tell you, I just forgot his name right there. Shorty Lowe from Atlanta. I did some stuff with Shorty Lowe back in the day, and just to really, he put all this jewelry on, man, to do a show. As soon as the show was over, I'm taking this shit off. He would take it all off and put it in the baggie, put it in the glove box of the Escalade. I'm tired of this shit. Yeah, that was the Dave Chappelle show. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it was funny. It was me and him, and all his security guys. It was 2 Chainz and Young Buck. I don't know if you know who that is. We were all hanging out together, and they took me to this club. Oh my God, it was hilarious. People look at me like, "Hey man, are you in the wrong place?" I'm like, "No, I'm with him." This girl walks up and she says, "Well, who's this guy?" And it was funny because Shorty said, "Man, this is my people. Don't worry about who he is." It was hilarious though. We had a blast. But it was kind of strange though. You go to some of these places with these people, man. And you know when you go out to a club and you got to go to the bar to order a drink? No, not with him and 2 Chainz. Hell no. You get there, man. There's like 6 bottles of Ciroc sitting on your table with all the mixtures, the ice. But this is kind of like I like the way I'd like to do this. This is cool. It was fun though. That was back in my MMA days, back in the fight days. We had the MMA stuff going on. That was kind of fun though. I enjoyed that. Yeah, come on. You got to move this thing. See that 701 I was telling you about? Right there. See, they got to get 701 to make 701 try to go back up. Because 701 would try to take you back to like 710, 711, somewhere in there. I just wish they would just go ahead and let market reverse, but I think the bulls are going to wait a little while, and then they're going to try to run this thing back up again. But I'm thinking, because we know the bulls have a buyback level, guys. And we know the buyback level is like 34. So the 34 up here is the buyback level right here. It's like right here. Right in this area, right there. And I think that's what people are waiting on, to see if they can get up there again. We'll just make it green. A big green line. Anything I put on here green, guys, will be a buyback or a bank level, but this is definitely a buyback level for bulls. And it doesn't go away. It's going to be there all day. It's right there. That's your bounce back level. Now, the lower one is down here at, where is it, 62? So this kind of gives you a story of what's really going on. So it's kind of cool. So you got 62 is right about there, right there. Okay, so this is your lower buyback level for the bulls. Right here, guys. Right there. See that? So see, the bears want to go down here, but the bulls know they can buy it here, they can buy it there. And that's based off the 1 hour. That's your 1 hour bulls. Because I love a 1 hour chart. I mean, I love the 1 hour. Now we go over here to the 15-minute, and we have a bull level 76 down there, but that's what they're bouncing off of, that low. So we have a bunch of bears sitting from 39 to 74. You can see that already too. So basically the big market level today on the 50-minute is the 82. It's 82. So it's up here. It's 882. So that's kind of strange. But the reversal area, guys, is right there around that right around the 710. It is. The reversal area is right around that whole reversal runs from 710 up to about 780. So that's about right what we're looking at. We said 82, so that's makes a lot of sense. On the 15-minute, but I think the targets on this is 76 and 62. That's the target. The low target is 60 actually. So the 60 is the low target right here. That is the target, and 62 is the buyback right here. The major target in the market right now is 30. 30 is the lowest target in the market. It's right here. 23, 30. 30 and 23. These are the two lower levels for the bears. This is where it'll stop if it does come to, either 30 or 23. So if it gets down to 30, guys, it's definitely going to be a look to buy, or a 23, either one, because that's exactly, I've got the low sitting down here for a buyback around the 29.75, which is right at 30. So it's like right here, right, just right here on this 30 level. So we just gotta watch this bank level. If it gets down here, guys, we're probably will be going right back to this one here. So let's kind of keep that in mind. But right now I'm thinking this is where I'd like to go. If it get here, we buy it back. You see how they come right out of the box? See, they come right out of it, but they didn't break it. But they still tap this low, make a new low. It is. I love the 4 hour, but I like the 1 hour too. I mean, I like them all on me. I use a 15. I got a 5 minute, a 12 minute, a 15 minute, a 4 hour, a 1 hour, and a daily. I got 6 different charts I'm looking at on the NASDAQ. And I got the Dow, the gold, oil. So I'm looking at a lot of charts. Because you always got to have a higher time frame. If you don't, the higher time frame is really a good way to pick your trades on the lower time frame. Like right here, my higher time frame. We know it's under 98 on the 1 hour. 98 short. 98 short comes down to 82. So your 98 short comes to 82 short on the 1 hour. So if I was going to take a short at 98, I'd be looking for the target at 82. If I'm looking for a long at 98, if I go long at 98, I'm looking for the target of 714 high on the high side. So the 98 right here structures both sides of the market right here. This structure right there. 98. So 98 can go up to 714, but the 98 also can go to 82 and lower. Because what they would like to do is push this 82 to this level down here. But if they can't, it will pull back to right there at 98. There's a pullback. See, the 98's the short and the 98's the long. And the bears know it. They want to keep it. They want to keep it. They don't want the bulls going past 98. They can help it. They'd like to keep them under 98 because if the bulls can keep 98 to 703, then the bulls could probably bring this market back to 14. That's what they would be. But on a smaller scale, it would be like 98 to, on a smaller scale, it would be 98 up to 700, 700.50. You watch it try to hit 700.50 if you can get past that. And then it would move to 710 from there. Then the 14. So it's just all right. This is this 98 level right here where it plays at all the time. See how it's going short off 98 again? So see if you take 98 to 91, 5 points. That's it. Yeah, it's me in my lab. See, 98 tries to get back down to 82 every time. And 98 tries to go to 701, then to 703, 709, 710, 714. So it's just, you just got to weed out the levels in it. I could take that 98 to, 88, 10-point move, boom, out. Or 91 or whatever. Because that's the pullback is 98. You got that little stoppage right there at 92. You can watch 92 also. 92 will try to structure back down if it don't get to 98 first. The 92 will be where she stalls and tries to go back low on you. Just kind of watch this 92 area right here. See it? right around in here. I think it's like right there. Right there's that 92. See how she's trying to go under the 92? Because the bears know that 92 is another level they can use. They can use 92 and 98 both to keep the market low. If they can't hold 92, it goes back to 98, but they'll try to structure 92. Isn't that amazing? It's hilarious. It's just hilarious to watch how they do that. I see they're going to come down here to 60 now, or 80, 70, sorry, 80. So they'll come down here about 80. They're trying to get this 80 to work down here on the low side. They want to hold this 80 level because that's where they can get that market to pop if they can get through it. If they can't hold the 80, guys, you watch the reversal at 80 because it will be 80 reversal. If they can't hold 80, it'll pop back on the side of 80 because you've got to hold the 80 here. I think that's like, I think that's more like the, yeah, 79.75. It's the 80. You got to hold the 80 there. And we didn't hold it, see? So we come back to where? Come right back up to 80, around 88. We pull back to 88 here. Right there. You pull back to 88, they hold 88, they'll go back down. If you don't hold 88, she goes back to 92. So if they push back 88, they'll push it back off 88 and bring it right back down again. If they can't hold 88, she'll go back up to 92. 92 takes it back to 98. So you see how, guys, they got down to 80? Couldn't hold 80. So they went long at 80. Guys pulled it back off 80, went long to 90. There's 92. So there's like 12 points right there. You guys are working small targets. But remember, like I told you guys before, big money people don't need a lot of points. That's why I like the 5-point rule. Because if I'm trading 5, 10 contracts, I get 5 points, I'm making money on those 5 points. If they're trading 300 contracts, you know they are. 5 points for 300 contracts is some serious money. And sometimes they'll just come in here and like 50, 60 contracts, boom, 5 points, done. And they'll wait. They'll wait for the 98 to come back down or 98 to break to 701 to 705. They take that move. But see, it's just pinpoint the markets. It's like we know 92, 98, and 88 are all returns down to the downside if it gets under those. See, I think the buy pressure on this is really trying to screw with these bears. But on the 1 hour, there's a big red candle on the 1 hour. It's got a long way before it reverses, too. So that's why we're waiting for 2 o'clock. We want to see if this candle is going to pull back and reverse at 2 o'clock to give us a different look at this. And I'm hoping we can pull back to about 34. Would be great. It'd be perfect if that candle came in at 2 o'clock at 34. That'd just be beautiful. Yeah, 98's a good place for them to be. See if they can run this up a little.
Hey, Mike, crude oil is crossing that mark that you made.
Oh, yeah. You talking about the 75.77 high up there?
Correct.
Yeah. It shorted down, didn't it? 75.77 short. Man, look at that short, too. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Down to 75. What is that? 75.52 it's at? Yeah. That's cool. But see, it'll come down to that gravity level there. It just kind of wants to come down. So if it breaks around that 50, about the 75, 50 area, that's where she'll probably really start going down. So it's at 52, 50 right there is about the low side of it. So, but it can go into 74.95 now. Now let's see if we get a candle that starts trying to move, guys, and turns green on our chart. Oh, there it is right there. See, it's 7 right there. So the reason that's turning that color, guys, is because you're above a level. That 7 is the key there. 7.25 is where they want to hold this market to go back up. The bulls need 7.25 here. 707.25. And that's where she should start turning green around there. So then you got to hold this level. But this only goes to this can run to 15 here. Yeah. Guess what I just got an alert on?
Crude oil.
Again, yeah, because it crossed under. It's like 50 right there. It knows that 50 level's got a break, so it's awesome. I mean, that's a nice short there. That's a big candle, too. Straight down. Well, the Dow bounced off our 35,205 level, and it's at 35,496 right now. So it's just massive on the Dow. It just took off from the gravity line at 9:30 and has not looked back. I don't know what's going on with that thing. Of course, we had 3 companies. I think there's 3 or 4 companies that had earnings inside the Dow this week, and that's why she's ran so hard.
I was going to ask you about that, why the Dow was for it.
Yeah, I think just
up with the sisters.
Yeah, because I know that one of the hedge fund guys I was watching on Bloomberg said that I think it was last night or night before. He said something about there was 3 big companies that were going to push the Dow, and he was right too. He hit around the money because it's been running. It's been 8 or 9. Well, I know it was 8 consecutive days of mass movement. Dow's been on fire lately. I like watching that Dow off that gravity level, man. You can catch the Dow off the gravity levels in the morning. Oof. Like the other day, I think it was Wednesday, or no, it was like Tuesday. I think ran like 300 points off the top of that gravity level. Just kept going and going and going. And I'm like, damn. I think I took like 180 point trade off that thing. It was craziness. I put the levels up on the Russell. It's hilarious, man. It had like 6 different. I don't know why the Russell's got more gravity levels than anybody else. I don't know why. I got to try to figure out why. I'm like, what the hell is going on with the RTY? It's got like 6 gravity levels. What's going on with this thing? So I'm probably put it on Rincos, because usually if it has more than 3 or 4, I go back. It's 3 is fine on a Heikin-Ashi chart, but on a Renko chart, if it's 4 or 5, no, it's just wrong. So you got to go. But you can't see, like gold and oil cannot be on Rincos with gravity. It doesn't work. They have to be on Heikin-Ashi. But the Dow and the NQ and ES can be on a gravity with Rincos. It's strange, isn't it? It's just massively strange. See a 707, guys? Now you go 707 right to where we said. We're going to try to jump. If we hold the 7, we go right up to the 15.25. But you got to make sure because the 10 also is an area where they try to buy it. If you can't hold the 10, it won't work. You got to hold 10 to get to 15. Because 10 goes to 15 and 15 goes to 27. So this is where they got to make their decision if they're going to try to get to the top of that box there, because that's the market maker's box level at the top there. They like to bust through that if they can. If they don't, it'll pull back and stay in that little range. Let's see if we get 10. 10 to 15 would be nice here, guys. Look at that shit. Right to the top of the box. Really? Well, we haven't been flagged for a long, but we are one, so it's kind of cool. They just want to hold that 10 if they can, because 10 is the entry if they can hold the 10. 7, 10, 15. Well, here we go. We're opening above 10. I just hold the 10. Come on, bulls, hold the 10. Because the 10's the long. It's got to hold it. 7 and 10 both are longs, but they got to hold it. Unbelievable. Come on, 15. Let's go. Push that 15. Any day now. Yeah, it's like, really, guys? They want that 10 level bad, and they just can't hold that level. There was a nice short on that old. It's really kind of cool. Gold's sitting here trying to go back up at 71. You gotta watch the gold, guys, because she gets above, if she keeps running up right where she's at 71.77, 71.8, right there, that level, she's gonna try to run right back to 76.1 on that gold. So gold's trying to go back to the gravity line at 76.1. So you gotta watch gold. Watch for the run up on it. Because right now she's kind of flat. So just kind of draw your contraction box around it and wait. Playing games. It's hilarious. Right back down to 98, 701. See, 701's another level they're looking at, but they really got to hold this 98 because 98, if you can hold 98 for the long, if 98 comes down to 98, pulls back up, then you go 98 is going to go to 701, go right back to 711, 712. But if you don't, 98 will come down and tag 92 again. Just right there. But it's okay if she consolidates, guys. It's fine because the more consolidation we get, the bigger move we're going to get. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in this. Usually consolidation it can last on the 5 minute about 8 candles. 8 to 12 most of the time. Usually it's 8. Sometimes 10. See, this is just pretty much telling you this is where they're working. They're just working in this zone. See how they got 98 short? 98, 88. Then 88 pulls down to 82. Then 82 goes to 80. So see, you want to go to 80. You want to break this little 85 level at the bottom down here. And you got to go to 82. And you got to watch 80. If she comes down to 80, you're going to watch them to buy it back on you. Or at the bottom of that little box there. Because every pullback has been to the bottom of our market box. Unbelievable. Right back to 92. They love those levels at 98, 92. Oh, why the bears just don't go ahead and finish this down to the buy level. They should just go ahead and take it down to the buy level and get over with. But they'll probably just trap everybody. And then, because what they're working on, guys, is this big short up at 755 right here. This short right here, okay, was contraction. See this? So this contraction phase 1 contraction. Phase 2, remember, liquidation. All right. We haven't had really a expansion phase. I guess they're going to use this as what they would call expansion here. So this would be back into liquidation. So if we have a continuation, it would be off of here. This next one of these next 2 candles should break this and come down. If we get that expansion phase down again, back into liquidation. So if we don't, then we're looking at trying to get back into the expansion phase, back up to where this thing's shorted at, which would be about 50, 55 level up in this area. Right in here. Right there on top of this candle right here, about 55, 54 right here. So this was contraction, liquidation. The liquidation went down, then they kept liquidation going in. They tried expansion here, but they couldn't get expansion phase to break the 15 to the 27 to keep the market going to right here to make these guys buy. So now they'll either do 2 things. They'll come back up and break this for more expansion to try to get up to expand the market, or they'll come back here and take all these contracts and eventually they'll reliquidate down to here. And then they'll get the expansion phase here, come back to here, here, and move up to right here. It's just a game. But I'm thinking if the way they're doing this, okay, so we know, guys, let's try to figure where it's at. Okay, so we got what? Let's say we got 714 up there, right? Let's just say 15. So you got 15 down here, and you got 85 down here. So 85, 95, 700, right? You got 15 points from 700 and 15 points low. So I'm thinking that right around this 700 level, right about here, right there. I'm thinking that's exactly where the market makers are going to tag this to call it true value. If they do, anything above the true value line is considered a long. But I'm waiting to see what they're going to flag it at because they haven't flagged it yet on my chart. because I know they're going to, because the box is the same as mine. It's just, what are they thinking? Where are they going to put it at? They're going to put it below 98 or above 700? Because it makes a big difference. Even though it don't sound like it's a big deal, but it really is, because if they put trade value at 700, we got it made. Because then we know the line will stick out. So just like up here, guys, I'll mark it up here and show you where it's at. It's 750. It's right up here. Right here. It's right there. Right there. And we're going to make this yellow, so you guys will know what it is. Right there. That yellow line right there. It's like right at the 50 level. That yellow line is the market makers. They took this. See here? Look, contraction. This is your true value line. This is your contraction line. We liquidate under the value. Right? Makes sense, right? And we get expansion back to the value. To make a trend trade, this would start a trend trade right here. If you get back to this, would still be a trend phase. If you bounce off this and come back down, it's what we call reliquidation phase. So now we're trying to figure out where it's going to come in here. This line here will come in somewhere in here. And then we can use this true value line for the market makers to plan what we're going to use. But they haven't flagged it yet, so we don't know. But there's one at 50 up there, guys. And there's one at, let's see, about the 60, right above it. There's two of them. There's one right about the 60 right here. Right there. That's kind of weird. I think it's more like 60. Yeah, it is like 60.25 is kind of strange. It is kind of weird that they're that close together. Take this one here. Man, freaking there. There they are. There you got them both there. Don't need that 72 up there anymore. Okay, so stay here. This was the beginning of it. Okay, these are the minor league players too. These are not the majors. The 5 minute, the major labels are way up there. These are big money players though. So they come under this right here. See, there's the first one. They want to be under this one first, and here it is right here. See it? Then they came into the second one. Boom, liquidation. You got to liquidate. We're just trying to go back. We're trying to see if we can get the expansion phase to work. Right now, it's just not working out too well for us. Expansion phase should start after it gets above the box, but we don't have a level in here, so I still think it's 700. I really do. It would make sense because that is the middle of the area. So that's what I'm going to go on. I'm just going to go up to 700 level and see. Because I know it's going to pop up somewhere in this area. And I think it's right here. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's right there, guys. I really do. Especially after you look at it. Look at the ups and overs. Everything's been above it. Everything's been below it. So it makes perfect sense. But it's a gray one because, I mean, it's kind of strange because when you get that white fading into gray, you kind of know that, hey, wait a minute. You big boys ain't messing around down here. Somebody's wanting to make money down here, but hey, we should just turn blue, but it won't turn blue. Because if my expansion box is white, which means my expansion box is white right now, or my contraction box is white, which means that it's the minor league players. If my contraction box is blue, it's a big, big, big money boys. But the big money boys were this morning, guys. Our big money boys were sitting this morning at 7 o'clock. And guess where they were sitting? They were sitting right here on the purple line. Right there. They were sitting at 854.75. Right there. At 7 o'clock this morning. This is lined up from 7 o'clock. Look at this. Bam. I like to keep track of where these people are sitting at because it does help us with our trades a lot. And we're almost there, guys. 9 more minutes to 2 o'clock. I'm thinking that is our level. That 700's got to be it. I just think that's where the market makers are going to sit with their values because they liquidate down up, they come back over it. So everything above 700 is what I'm trying to go long anyway. So that makes perfect sense. So you got 710. We got 700, 701, 710. Or no, 700, 701, 707, 710. Then 710 to 715. And right now they're trying to establish this because they know that, if you get to 15, you can bust this market at 24, easy 25. And if you get on the other side of it, you go to 10, 25, 27, and then takes us right back to 34 right here. So we're trying to get to this. This is where we're trying to get to. But you have to go through 7, 701, 77, 710. Then you got to get 715. Then you got to get 25 right here, 24, 25. And then the bank level range of 25. Then you got to push. It's just a bunch of little levels playing together. And this is why people lose money. They'll get in at, 98 and it goes to 7-1. They can't figure out why it stopped and comes back against them because market makers boxes. That's why it's setting itself up to do something. Because it's going to have to come out of this box. One way or the other, guys. Eventually, we're either going to liquidate hard down or we're going to blast the roof off this thing. So we just got to wait now for the 2 o'clock candle, which is about 7 minutes. But while that's going on, walk in here and get me something to drink. I'll take you guys with me. Maybe I can't take you with me because my headset's plugged in. Nope, now I can. If you guys can still hear me. I just unplugged the volume thing off of it.
Loud and clear.
Let's go. So everyone.
Yeah, that's cheap.
I walk out my favorite here, one of them. It's the hard. It's a bit with all glass. But my room with all the computers is so hot. And I got here, it's like, holy shit. It's like walking to Alaska. My wife's got a blanket around her, sitting in her chair at her desk. 69 degrees. Hey, we're in Florida. And I like the beach, and I like getting out in the sun, but that's a whole different thing than being in a trade room with this big computer running and 10, 12 screens and the damn 90-inch TV up there on that wall that you guys are looking at. The screen you're looking at is a 90-inch TV, an LG. So it puts out a lot of heat. I had 2 of these at one time, guys, and the movers broke my other one. When I moved, they broke it. I'm like, hey, man, you broke my TV. Oh, we're not responsible for broken TVs. Oh, okay. So I called LG, and they're like, well, send it back to us. So I sent it back like months ago. So I'm waiting to hear back from them because they told me, hey, we could probably fix this. But if we can't fix it, we probably could give you a major discount on another one. I said, what's the discount going to be? They said, oh, we give you at least 75% off. I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. Because the other one's like an 80, it was an 85 or 70, no, 75. But this one's, I bought, this is basically just this screen here is basically bought, the TV was bought for just me to trade. I just use it for trading them, pretty much. Because I want to have a good screen. But I'd like to have, I would eventually, guys, I want to have a big ass area so I can have about 6 or 7 of these on the walls and have them all streaming. This big picture like this, like 6 or 7 charts. I think it'd be cool. You can't never have two, but you can never have enough charts to trade off of. Yeah, I do too, man. I'm dog, but they're awesome. They're in that 4K and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I mean, if you go to places like I got this one at Best Buy, but you can find them now, man. You can find a 75-inch at Walmart to trade off of for less than $500. The TV industry's pretty much all the competitors have brought the prices way down. Because remember back in the day, guys, when a big screen would cost you $5,000. Remember those? $6,000 for a big screen TV because no one had one. It's like the cell phones. When the cell phones first came out, guys, they were huge. It was like carrying around a damn, big brick. Thing was heavy. And it was like, I don't know, it wasn't 25 cents a minute. It was like $5 a minute. It was stupid as shit. But then somebody came out with a new one, and then the cell phone thing exploded. It used to be the bigger the phone was better. Then they went to the little Blackberries and all that. Remember the little small phones we had? Little flip phones? That didn't last. And now they got phones that are huge. Just like TVs. The only thing that's really shrinking is the cars. They're getting smaller and smaller. Here we go again, guys. This got to be 700, man. I'm telling you. That line's got to be 700 because that's got to be the value line. But I got to figure out those. Question for you guys. So I'm trying to I want to put like 2 or 3 more ports, USB ports in my computer. I wonder if I can just add them or if I got to do some kind of other stuff to just put them in there. Because I need about 3 more ports. Get a hub? Okay. That's what I'm thinking too, because I've got to put some more ports in there. Because I want to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more screens. Eventually. I know, right? They do. And it's funny because, well, the monitors are really good if you're trading off of, but I mean, a big screen TV is all you really need. I mean, that's it. I mean, it works perfect. And you can go back and what I like about a big screen, guys, is this right here. You see this picture right here you're looking at? Look at this. We can go back and take this like this, and we can see all the way back. That's what I like about a big screen. You know, the bigger the screen, the better, because the more you can look back in a market, the better off you are. See how big the picture is? Look at that. It's huge. Well, here comes a fired sell-off for the NQ. Just got an alert on it. So what are they thinking, I wonder? They're thinking this damn 82 level down here. It's crazy. See that sell signal? I don't know where it jumped in at, but because it's already got sales. So, hey, it didn't add 5. It's great. But it just gave us sales, so we didn't have no contracts. That's cool. There we go. Get yours. I told you to liquidate. Eventually, something big would happen. 2 o'clock candle. Liquidation time to the buy level. That's where we're going, guys. Right down to 60. Come on. It'll probably a soul trickle, but we're going to get there. 60, 62, because 62 is the buy level. Look at them bulls. People closing out those trades. They got money, they closed it. Now they're going to try to come down some more, get these bulls to buy in, and take them down. That was a nice big trade there on that auto trader. 10 grand, guys. Yeah, I had one too. A big old giant phone. I thought that was cool too. It was hilarious. I went to a job interview way back in the early 80s, like 80. It was like 80, maybe early 80s, right in the 90s there. And it was a trading company that told me they didn't think I'd ever could be good enough to be a trader. Imagine that. I won't say their name. And now they're like, oh shit, we screwed that up. Because I was interested in this back in the 80s. But because my next door neighbor was a trader. But back then they didn't have all the computers they got. They had computers, but not like we do now. But I'm like, where did you make all your money at, dude? This guy was like, he always had money. He was always like driving all these fancy cars and shit. I'm like, this guy must be the mafia or something. Because it's the 80s, you know. He's into something. I don't know what. So I asked him, what do you do for a living, dude? And he's like, oh, man, I'm a trader. Raymond and James, I think it was. Raymond and James and Associates. That's who he worked for. Yeah, EMS, I would give it serious thought about that. Yeah. Fading the edges. We're trying to get down here to punch the 62 in the face. That's where the Bears want to go, but you can see they got 19 stills. They're going to push this lower. They're going to bring it down. There you go. Come on, baby. Like I said, guys, they're going to liquidate. If you consolidate with liquidation underneath that 700, and that was perfect. This is that level right there. Because here's your contraction phase 1, liquidation phase 2, all the way to here. Now this level here, guys, could start expansion phase back. That's what we're hoping for, unless they decide to go to here. Because it's going to be here or here. It's where they're going to try to get to. They might not make it down there, but that's where they're going to try. That's where I'd be trying to push it to if I was a bear. Because the entries back down here, it's at 68 level. They can take that 68 down again and make new entries and push it further down. But you can see they try to pull it Pull it back off of there. And the pullback on this, guys, is just right. Let's see. Look at my chart over here. 83.75. So 83, 84 is pullback. It'll go back. It can go all the way back to 83 and come right back down. Even to 84 and come right back down again. So you got to watch the 84 pullback. Because the targets on this are 84.68. Anything under 68 wants to short again. Anything under 83 tries to stay low. Oh, there it just flagged it for us. So let's see where that market level was. Yep. It was, guys. It was at 700. I was wrong. I was wrong by this many ticks. It's 98. I was wrong by 2 ticks, guys. Yeah, on expansion phases, when the market comes down and makes its move, let's see this contraction phase 1. This is like your liquidation phase 2. So we get down here and we can get this candle to come down here and get a buyback here. This is where we'll buy for expansion back to 83. Because we know we can get 83 out of this, 83, 84. And then once we hit 84, we try to hold that 84 to back to this 98. And then we get the major, what we call the trend move. This will establish a trend move now. If you get above this and close or open or whatever you want to call it, if a candle makes its way up through here and just can go, because this would be what we would call the trend phase right here. Because this is now the value line they're looking at. It's 98. See, the big pullbacks in this are 83 and 80. I think 86.50 is a level you have to watch. 84 and 86. It's like right around here somewhere. 86.50. I think that's a key also. Because anything under 84 tries to come back down. Anything over 84 is going to try to go to 86.50. And 86.50 will either move it back down or take it back up. You guys see how the 84 is playing that role in this? It bounces off 84, tries to come back down. Because the bears know if it gets over 86, they got a problem. 84 starts that move up. 86 could be dangerous for them. So they got to stay under 86.50 to make this work. 86.84. And then their next level down off of that would probably be right around the 76. So you got 76.52. So you got right here. Right about here. Right there. That's continuation contract right there, 76. 76 is also a bounce back to 84. So you get 84 down to 76 to continue, or 76 bounce back to 84 and back to 86.50 to continue. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I love the trend phase. I like that trend phase when we get back into that cycle and just kind of move the market. But we were right, guys. They did continuation and liquidation on this thing. They're trying to liquidate it down. We got that right, though. You can see how that box works. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 candles. Actually, if you count them all in the box, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. They were kind of in the box. And the big one that came down to the box would be number 8. But actually, liquidation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 5. So 5 times 5 is 20. About 30 minutes of liquidation on a 5 minute. That's about normal. That's actually kind of small because usually it lasts longer than that. But it's cool. Damn. Look at gold. It did go up. It's trying to go back to the gravity level, 1976.1. It's at 1973.2. That's kind of strange. Okay, hang on a second. I don't know if I can talk with this thing now. Hang on. I didn't hear my alerts fire off, and I think I didn't hear them fire off for a reason there. Okay. It's strange. Cool. Come on, guys. Just push the target. Quit clowning around. You know you want the 62. Just go take it out. Jeez. Have to be so picky about it. You know what I mean? Just got to fake everybody out before we do it. Yeah, it's Auto Trader. Nope, no problem. Yeah, the big green level down there, guys, is what we're looking at. We want to see if the bulls are going to reverse it at the green levels down here, the green line. If they don't reverse it, they could go through it. Like I said, they can go down to 650 down there. Because you got a bank level sitting down there at 618. So if we break 68 again and come down to 62, if we push through the 62, we're probably going to get to 50. And then that's where we're looking for the returns back to the green line and then go long. Because there's some big levels down through here. So you're playing in the market dip levels down through here. We're underneath the big market dip level, which was way up there, but just kind of coming right straight down under all of them. Just trying to get momentum to keep falling to 68 and push south. Come on, boys. Get it down here. Let's go. No wick candle. Come on. Big wide Heikin-Ashi candle with no wick. Let's move. I guess that guy didn't come back. He's there all the time, though. Odo or whatever his name is. Order filled. Like, wow. Like 6 order fills in a row. And it was all in this. Those little tiny, remember it was doing this right here? It was all like right in there. That's crazy. Those contraction areas are where you lose your money at. Sideways markets are not good to trade in unless you're already in the trade. See, like the Auto Trader is already in the trade. So it come down through here. If you're already in the trade, yes, you do hold. You scale out and wait for liquidation. Or you wait for it to break this and close your trade. That's how you do it. The bears are being kind of lazy right now. They're just waiting for the next pop down at 68. There it is. See, I tell you, stupid. Pop it at 68 and take it low. It's hilarious. Come on. Now push it down there. Alerts are going off over here. Man, it's hilarious. Sold off again. It went right to our gravity line, guys, and sold off again. Go, go, gadget, go. Remember the first time we came through that first big buy area is at 34. So are we going to get through the second one down here? These are big levels because this is sitting right on the 1 hour. Them big bulls are sitting right there on the 1 hour. And it's right there at it. Look at that shit. Right there to it. Now you got to watch this. See how you're going to go under it? Like I told you guys, they can go under it. But now watch and see if they get a massive pullback off of this. Or we go down to the next bank level. So if they want to fade this through, guys, they'll go down to 50 with us. Because they do have targets down here. The big target they're looking at, well, you got dip levels now. So you got 47 and 38 down there. But yeah, they got some big levels down there. See, coming right back up there, though. We're just going to wait, let her play out. Let her go as short as she wants to go. Because we know right there, though, at that level right there, that green line, guys, that's definitely where the big money's sitting. You guys see how it worked out for the strong liquidation I was telling you about? It's massive, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's an $11,000 trade. That'll make your day. But you hover right around that money line. Right around it. The bears know to keep away from those bulls at that green line. They want to try to get down here and push this market. But the problem, I think, really going to be a real problem here is because there's a market dip level sitting here at like 55. And there's no one sitting there like 52. So once you get past those, then she tries to come down more. So 55 and 52 could be an issue here. Right when she starts getting back towards 60.25. Watch the 60.25 because that's where the bulls. 60.25 and then, of course, the 62. So 60 to 62 is a real dangerous area for bears. But we're going to get that 50 down there. That's that bank level. They want that. They're going to get it. These guys have targets, guys, and they get those targets. See that? Bam, right there. Now, if they don't hold this target and push through more, or they could just barely come under this, okay? There we go. So you could barely come under this right here. Remember, I told you guys the next level down, the big level they're trying to get is 34 out of this. But if they can't get 34, this market dip level here at 46 will stop them cold because it's right there at 46. You got to be under 46 here because there's a dip level sitting at 46. See how they dipped it down under that level, but they can't hold it. See, watch it at 46. Boom, come on. There you go. Now just come right down here and just see if we can tap this next level down because there's another market level sitting at 39.50. Actually, the dip level is at 37, sorry. No, there is one sitting there. It's right there at 39.50. And then the next one down would be 37.50. So you got 39 and 37 right here you got to get through. Once you come through 37, though, and you get on the other side of that 37 to 35, you'll start seeing her push right down even to about 33 even. You should see 33 right here. Boom, right there. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Now, this is where we get the pullback, more than likely, off the 33. If we don't get the pullback at 33, it will come down here, guys, and hit 30. So it's either going to be 30, 33. You got to watch these 30, 33 targets right here because they're crucial. Now, what's the 30? There's a 30. That's hilarious. This one right here, I think, is going to be the big one. If you don't break this 30, 29, 30, you're going to get a pullback. And there it is. Bam. There's your 9-point pullback right there off that 30 level. I know, man. That's a massive trade right there. 13 grand, guys. Over $13,000 in 5 contracts. That's hilarious. Remember I told you guys, big money don't play around. When these big market makers get involved in trades and they contract the market right here, this is phase 1. Liquidation phase under their level. Phase 2. Liquidation. Continuous liquidation. Like I said, we would either take the trades, bring them down and continue liquidation, or we would go back up and try to start that expansion phase. We never did expansion. They just want to liquidate down. It works out perfect. If you learn how to do this, it's just, you can just make money all day because there's only been 3 of these today? There's been one right here. You guys see the 700. There's been 4. There's one at 50. There's one at 60. And there's one up there today at 55. Well, there's 88 also, 888. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 expansion phases today. 8 different times big money was looking at these charts today. 8. 8 different times. Yes, you definitely are, General. You're definitely looking for it to close right here under this. But see, we took this. You could have took this anyway because it's already here. But I know I can get in under this. As soon as it gets under it, like 2 or 3 points, I'm in. Every time. I can take this to here. And if it don't break it, I get out to the bottom of their box. If it breaks it, I just keep it going. That's how I just trade it. But you guys can see massive liquidation from like 698 right here where we're sitting to it's like 700 up here. So from the 700 all the way down to 630, it's like a 70 point move right there. Okay, so where's the pullback going to go? Well, now we know that 60 freaking, what is that? 66. Let's see, you got 47, 62, 66, and the big one, 84. So the pullback expansion phase goes all the way to here. 84.04. Well, not there now. It's 84 up here. But now you got to wait and see what they're going to do with this. Because this, even though this looks like a big, nasty candle down, which it could come back down, you could also have massive pullbacks because it's not engulfing this one. See, this candle has to come down and engulf this candle. If it doesn't, it will pull back to here. This is another way to fake people. Because if we can get them, if we can see, it has to come down in these levels. And now you're going to get back in these gap levels, or what I call, they're not gap levels, my little market areas. These market dip areas at 38 right here. You got to come under 37, 38 to make this work. You have to. And if you can't get under it, it won't work. There's a massive little line sitting there, right at the 38, right on it. So if they can't break this 38 sitting right here, guys, you'll get a pullback. The biggest thing they got to compete with is that 30. That 30 is massive. They get under 30, this is going to get really stupid under 30. Because you got the secondary bank level sitting, the next one's down here. This is their next target sitting right here. Excuse me, 23. So 2350 would be where they would try to come down to because it makes sense. But you got to get through 38, 33. At 33, big, massive level at 33 there, you can come to 30. 38, 33, and 30. You've got to break through the 30 here. Just on the other side of 30, you've got to just make sure that you're clearing 26.75 or 2650. So you'll probably see this try to go to 2650 right here if they can break 30 and 33. 14 grand, guys. That's where it went to. That's crazy shit. That's a trade. On big market days, this auto trader does not play, guys. It doesn't play around. That's why I love it. Look at that, $14,010 or $100, $14,300, and there's $26.50, like I just told you, right there, right to the letter. Boom. Now we come down to the bank level, 22. Now we try to push this next bank level to 10. But we know this is their target right here. This is what they really want. It's this at 26.50 is actually the real target. But this is just icing on the cake here. Because they can still go lower though, because now you're under those dip levels, but you got some more little dip levels you got to play with. You got to play with 17, which we just broke that. And then you got to come down here off the 17. You got to just market dip this level to 16.25. Oh, that's where it's already at. So a little dip level 16.25. And then the next one down is 14.25. So she's going to come down here. She'll hit 14.25 next. And then from 14.25, she'll scale down to about 9. So we're looking for 14. Next one down will be 14.25. Pullback's 24, 23. So see if we get the 14 off of this. $15,000. Hell yeah. That's awesome. 15 grand, guys, an auto trader. Yep, you can, Pedro. It works, man. It's a good thing to do. All right, so if we get 14.25, guys, let's just see if she works it out here. Because that will be the next level, 14.25. This 16's a tough one, though. It's a tough area to get through. You gotta get there, and you gotta get to 14 here. There's 15. 14. 14.25. There you go. 13.25's next. Well, it's already there. 13. And then once you get there, guys, she starts coming. She can come down here now, and the next level would be 10.25. Then after 10, it would be 6. So 10 and 6 are the next two targets down. At 14, at 14.25, and that 12 down there, those are big targets. Because she can pull back right here from 12 to 16, 16 to 17, get back above those dip levels. 23, 26. Because if I'm a bull, I'm watching that 12.75 level now. Big time. And I'm also watching that dip level 16.75. See the 16.75 right there. See it? Trying to hold it. Because that's definitely a place where they can pull the market back at 16 and go all the way back to 26. So let's see if we get to 10 now. Come on. Nope. Back to 16 again. Thank you, Tesla. Stupids. Anybody check Tesla lately? I wonder if they're down now. Just wonder if Tesla and Netflix are probably lost their ass today. Just kind of wondering what's going on with that. Drastic. See that 16 guys trying to revert back? Man, now this was some serious market maker liquidation. They wouldn't be playing around with this, guys. 700 to 612, almost 100-point move. I mean, that's just amazing, guys. There's that 26 right there. That 26 goes to about 29, guys. 29.75. Now, 29.75 is definitely an area back to 30 and back to 33, which goes 33, 35. It comes back down to 26, back to 16. Of course, you get that bank level. Then you get back down to 16 and 75 there. So watch the 16.75 because she's going to keep coming to play here. 17 and 16.5. Yeah, $26. Damn. Sanity. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at that shit. Look at this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 trades from 9:30. That's it. And this is only one trade. This is all day. This took this trade here. These are just extra add-ons. These are just extra trades to tell you to hold the short. That's all. This is your short. Hold, hold. That's all it is. So now what they're going to try to do, guys, is if the bulls will try to structure back above 25. Okay, because 25 is where the bulls would like to go long if they can, because 25 would go back to 37. But we know that's what they're thinking. Okay, that's what retail's thinking. But the real story of this is actually 31. It's not 25. So when they go 25 long, it tries to push them retail traders back down because they think 25 is the long. But it actually would start around 31. And see what happens when you go long at 25? You get murdered because the market knows you're going to go long at 25. So most of the retail traders that are trying to trade this are trying to go long right around in here. Right there. Now it's kind of it would be kind of a good place to go long, but the problem with that long is 26. Okay? 26 to 31. 26 to 31, guys, is loaded with dip levels for just massive bounces off of dip levels. 26 to 31. 31 is above right here. Right in this area. This area right there. That 31.75 area is above all of those dip levels. 31.50, somewhere right there. So you're going to see it bounce back and forth around these dip levels and take people's money. But now look at this. See this body? Look at the body where the body's holding. Look at that. The body of the candle is holding right at the dip level at 31. Just above the dip levels at 31. So the body of the candle has not made it through the dip levels to come down. So what's that tell you? They're playing games with those dip levels to make money. So once it gets back to 31, they'll clear those dip levels. It's got reversal written all over this shit. We absolutely killed this market today. I mean, just absolutely pulverized this thing. For this last 4 days, guys, we have actually murdered the NASDAQ. You took Ford at 46? Dang. That's awesome. That's really cool, man.
Sometimes just hearing it helps a lot.
Yep. The good thing about calling levels like this and knowing the markets, look where it's opening up at, guys, right on the dip level. So these little levels that they don't put in the markets, like these little dip levels, you can't see these on the chart. They're not on the chart. They're not. It's just something that they're on my chart, but they're not on the regular chart. But they don't put these on a regular chart because they don't want you seeing this shit. Nobody has a dip level indicator. There's no such thing. You can't find one. You can't get a market maker chart like I got. They don't hand them out. But when you know the market's coming to those little dip levels, you can see them. It's like, man, we can play off of those. And look where the candle opened, right at the dip levels. So they're trying to play games. Now this candle right here, guys, you can see it's just like the last one. We thought the last one didn't have no power, and look what happened, right? It's got no wick on it up top. So it's a wide Heikin-Ashi candle with no wick. This is a candle where the bulls are thinking, we could buy this candle. But in reality, this candle can smoke you going low. Because it has low, but the problem is, look at this low. See the problem down here? This is our problem, guys. Right here. There's your problem, 7.4. So they're running out of gas. Thank you, Tip. So they're running out of gas. I mean, you've got $7 of gas in the car out of 100. Okay, so you have to do two things here. Either finalize this trade and bring it back down here and just let the bulls have it, which puts you about 5 probably. Or you put it way back to get this number to get back in like the teens, like say 14, 16, and then bring it back down. So we either got to come back up here and gather some contracts to push this down, or just final this out and let the bulls have it. Because you can't keep pushing it down with no gas in the tank. It just don't work. You got to have those contracts. And that 31 right there is definitely where the bulls want to go along. They want to keep it. See, the bulls try to take it from right here to 31. It's above the dip levels, but this could be the bears letting the bulls have it, though. If the big bear guys want these to make this market go lower, they will let these bulls buy in here somewhere. And what they'll do is they'll let them take it to just about probably the 36, 37 up in here. Because the return on this is 36. So you kind of watch the 36 level. They'll go from 31 to 36 and try to gain money and come back down. When I get back from vacation, guys, we're going to do that challenge also. We're going to do that 50K challenge, 50K in 30 days. And we're going to make a room for everybody to sign up on it. But there's going to be rules, though. You can trade on, you can trade on your own or whatever. But if you trade on that challenge, guys, once we reach our profit goal for the day, we're going to quit. That's part of the rules. Because we're going to do it we'll do it all week. And on Friday, we'll put all the stats up in our room, the challenge room, to see where everybody's at. And you can trade on Sim if you want. You can trade on live. It doesn't matter. Just be part of it. It doesn't matter if you're Sim or trading live. It doesn't matter to me. It's a good experience. I don't hold it against anybody for trying to test or trying to take trades, and try to learn something, because we're going to try to get in there and do that. So I don't know how much that is a day, but 30 days, it's at least like over $1,000 a day is 30. So probably like 15 a day, I think. It's like 1,500 a day or probably something like that. It's not bad though.
What are you going to start out with?
I'm going to start with 2,000. That's it. $10,000. Real money. Hang on one second, guys. And my wife just came in and said, "Hey, I hear you talking." She said, "You should tell them when you're on vacation, you could put the auto trader up every day for them." I said, "Okay, I can do that." And so she wants to run the auto trader every day, she said. Well, you guys can see it. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. My wife really, really, really looks out for you guys. And she's like, "Hey, do this for them. So they'd like that." I'm like, "Yeah, they probably would."
Tell her thank you.
Yeah. They said, "Thank you, babe." The room says thank you. You said, "You're welcome." Yeah, I'll run it on my laptop. I'll just run it on my laptop and leave it up. I'll have to put it on my laptop, though. I think I've got it on one copy, but I got two laptops. It's on my other laptop, my older one. Of course, it's not really that old. It's like 3 years old. I don't even use it because I got two. I got the Omen HP, guys, which is really cool. But I got the Alienware, the new one. Have you guys seen the Alienware computers? Man, the laptops. They're not cheap, but boy, they're good. But that Omen costs more than the Alien, which is kind of strange. But of course, it's got the two screens on it. The other one does. It's got that bottom screen, that top screen. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's a good idea, though. But when I get back from vacation, though, we'll do that challenge, guys. I'll make a room and something. While I'm on vacation, we'll make the rooms and all that. And I got to get the other stuff done with this thing we're going to do in September. So that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, Madden Moxie. It's a good laptop. I really like mine. I think mine was about 3,100. I think 3,031. But my Omen HP is paid for now. But I bought it. I bought it like 2 years ago, but I put it on a contract when I bought it. Just to pay it out. But when I bought it, I think it was 41, 42, somewhere in there, but it's got a lot of shit on it. I paid off in like a year. I just kept paying payments because, the more payments you pay out, definitely need that performance for Microsoft Word. Yes, you do. Look at this, guys. 15.6. Look at this. 15.6 on the day. That's awesome. But I recommend the HP Omen. If you can find, I think they still make them too. Or the Alienware I really like a lot too. So there goes that 10, guys. We got to 11. So we're trying to get 10, remember? 10 and 6. 10 and 6 were our targets. But like I said, once these guys get their minds made up, they don't like to give up, guys. These guys like to get their targets. Because you got to get this 1150, and then you got to come down here at 10 even. Because 1150 is a dip level, so is 10, and then you come down here to let's see, 825 and 625, and watch it bounce off this 11 because she can. Yeah, so right now we're looking at 11, and then we got to come right down here and look at. I think it's 975. That's what I'm thinking instead of 10. But 10 8. Yeah, so you got 11, 11 10, 825, 775, and then down to 650. So 650 is a really good target for them. I think under 650, guys, it's really going to be dangerous then. It's going to get stupid under 6. Once it breaks the 6, it's going to get really dumb. If you break 6, you're probably going to come way low. And I think that's what they know. Because I think that big target is 8 and 6 right here. It's kind of crazy. Cross off that 11 though. So the bounce back off 11, guys, tries to go back to where? Right back to the 26 market level. That first dip level is 26.50. Right there. 26.50. I think it's right there. I think where our cursor is. Yeah, that's about right. Right about 26.50. There's 24, 26. I think I'm kind of close. Maybe it's right there somewhere. I know it's 26.50. I'm just trying to get my cursor on it. Yeah, it's right there, 26.50. That's that first dip level, the big one that you pull back to, the big one. Now from there, if it can pull back 26, it will pull back to the secondary, which is about, tries to hang around 29, and then tries to get to that 31. Because that 31 is that perfect level. This 31 is the perfect market dip level. It's right around here somewhere. Right there. Boy, if anybody take that long off that 11, that's amazing long there. Let's see, now these bulls know that 31's the key. You've got to be above this 31 to stay in this. To get back under that 26.50 though, it's dangerous. But 31's a nice area for a pullback if it can just maintain it. See, 26 to 31, guys. See, the bulls need to break 31. And the bulls need to come up here and actually make 31 target. They need to come up to 35. So you need to get 31 to 35, and then 35 will push you up to 48. So 31 goes to 45, and then goes to 48 up here. And it's almost right in this area. Then once you get 48, you're going to get this bank level right here. You're going to get the 51. So we're trying to get above 31 to go to 35 to get to 48. And I can see 44 is going to play also right here. Now, see, this is another down candle, but the only thing about this candle is not engulfing this one yet. But another Heikin-Ashi with no wick. Dangerous candle to long on. Look at that. The 38. Remember I said 35, 35, 38. This 38 candle is a reversal right here. This 38 is where you want to be, right here. Right here. This is where we got to go. We got to go from 35 to 38 to go long anyway. So 35, 38, 44, 48, 52. So this makes perfect sense that it opened right there. And of course, she's at right here. 26.50, right on that dip level. Right there at it, 26.50. And see how the body of the candle was the body. The body's not pushing down because that 26.31. Or a 7 down there. Look, 7. I've seen them push it down with 5. I can't believe they're still trying to push this down. I guess they just don't want to give up on the 6 target. The 10, 8, and 6. I mean, really? Are we going to go down there and do that? I'm just kind of wonder if these algos are just going to actually run down there and touch that 6. Because I'll laugh if they touch 10. 10, 8, and 6. I mean, that's greedy. Yeah, all took off from that bottom level today. 12 o'clock. 74.95. Massive buy level right there, guys. And then it sold off at 7563 like it's supposed to again. Just massive. Look at the gold. Gravity level, 1976, and pushed it low. It stayed low. It's kind of almost back middle ways, but the Dow impressed me, though. The Dow did the same thing, except it did opposite today. The Dow went long off our gravity level at 35,205 and stayed long. It's still long. It went to 544, I think it was. It's like 540. No, it went higher than that. Let me go look and see where it actually went. 535. So if you took the long this morning at 9:30 off the Dow at 205, you got all the way to 535. That's a massive move. When does this thing sell? It's stressing me out. You ever seen this much in one trade, Nano? Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. That thing went down to way over 15 grand. But it's nothing, though. Me and Rich have seen, you can ask Rich forever. Me and Rich watched it make like 75,000 one day in a federal meeting. The highest it's ever went in one day was 114 grand last year in a Fed day. $114,000 day. You've seen it do 50K, Papa. Yeah, we've seen it do 58,000 like 2 weeks ago in one day. Well, 53. It was 53,000. Yeah, I'm going to try to get it out for you guys this coming next week. Monday, Tuesday. So I got to get with Shane and get some things set up. But on big days, man, shit. Throw a couple contracts in this thing and just make money. Or if you don't do it that way, guys, if you just come in, like I said, if you just come into the markets, like right here, if you came in this market at 10:30 this morning or 9:30 this morning or whatever on this first trade here, let's say you went 6 points. 6, 6, 6, 6. Of course, this is way more than 6 points. Look at this monster right here. I mean, look at this candle. If you'd have got on this candle right there, and this candle was from 700 all the way down to 668, 67 down there. It's like 30-something point candle right here. Plus, this is a continuation from it. You know what I mean? So if you'd have got this one, you'd have probably got all of this one too on this one move here. Then you got this one here. Look at this one. This big-ass candle right here. This one right there. This is another 40, 50-point candle. This is another big, giant candle over here. Look at this big, giant candle. Look at that thing. Look at that. That's massive. That's like the 780, 790 up there, all the way down to here. This is almost a 90-point candle off this move right here. There's your day. Done. So done. 15.7, guys. 15.7 so far. I think she went to almost 16. Yep. There it is, right there. Right there. 16,000, right there. And there's that 8 right there. I knew it. 8, 7. Remember it said 7.75. That's beautiful. That 8, 7.75 was the next one, then 650 is the next one, 6.50. Hitting every one of those levels, man. Killing this shit. The good thing is I can call these on any chart. I can have a blank chart up and still tell you guys the levels. It's just perfect, man. That thing went to 16,000 something that time. This is definitely a big move. Come on, guys. Let's go get your 6 now. That 775, though, is a good level because that's 825, 7.75, 10, 11. Those are all big dip levels. Every one of those. It's all they are. Then you come back up here at 1325, cross that one. You got one at 17. You got one at 1825. It's going to push off that one and come back up to 26. So right now, guys, we would probably need to be about 19 on this thing for it to return. Let's see if they get the 6. They're wanting the 650. 650, 50 right there. Right there. That's that dip level right there, the big one. That's the one you get under and gets scary. Get into that one, it starts getting stupid. It could really pop down from that. If it gets that one, guys, you'll love to see it really pop down. If you ever get it. But that would be where, if they don't get it, I can understand why. Because they don't want to go too low, I would guess. But yeah, we were way up in the markets today, man. We were way up there this morning. Just think about this, guys. This morning, guys, at 9 o'clock, 9:40 this morning, actually this morning at last night. Last night, we were almost 898 last night. Yesterday, we were up in the 992s and 1649, 1650. We've come down from 16,000s. We have really just killed this thing coming down. People have lost their ass today on some serious tech. Tech has got to be red, guys, for this shit to come down this far. Okay, 650, come on. 750, really? Get the 6.50. You guys are killing me. Yep. See you later, Harrison. Most of you guys made your money last night at that 6 o'clock, remember? We killed that trade coming along. It was about half of this one, about $8,000. We did the 6 p.m. thing last night after the earnings. Like 30 minutes. Done. Okay, so where are we at today? Are you shitting? No, that can't be right. Wow. 347 points down. Holy shit. And Auto Trader has took every bit of it. 351, 2%. Hey, there's my 6.50, finally. Now bust this thing and let's go. Because now this is move time. They break this 6 right here, man. It's really going to be on. You guys can break, they can break this 6. I think they're going to try to hang this around 6, 7. Because I really do think the 4 is going to be a crucial part also. Because 4 looks like it's just sitting on the bottom side of the mountain, 4 and 5 there. So if you get under 5 here, it looks like 5 is just kind of like sitting right on like an iceberg level. Like it's a cliff. Like you jump right off the cliff at 5. Like if you're on parachute right here, this is, say you're standing here and looking down. Oh. That's what it looks like. Just you're jumping off this cliff right here, trying to jump off and come down. Because this would be where this market would absolutely just blister all the way. I mean, because the next market dip level from there, man, is way down there.
So is Auto Trader a program you built?
Yep. Yeah, I put everything in MotorWave that I learned together and just did it this way.
That is one hell of a tool.
I love this thing. They're trying to jump off the cliff, guys. Same thing. Remember I told you the 4 would be the problem, though. If we can get this 4 to work. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Man, let me know when you start selling copies.
Yeah, this thing is just absolutely stupid. I told a buddy of mine, I had a guy in Saudi Arabia on LinkedIn. He asked me, he said, come to my house. I'm like, what? He offered me $20K to fly there, put on his computer, and I told my wife, I'll probably get kidnapped. I wouldn't go. So it was funny though. I'm just joking though. It wouldn't have got kidnapped. He was serious, but I just can't go to Saudi Arabia. I don't have time. But he's seen it work. He's like, that's phenomenal. He's like, it's a phenomenal system. But he's seen on a day like today when it was just absolutely stupid, because big market days, this thing makes money, guys. But yeah, it's. You see those big candles coming down at 4, man. They got the 4 and 2. I'm surprised they got the 2, but that's kind of cool though, because there was still some levels down here. I think we got the 825, we got the 6, and then it came to 2 and 3. 3 is where the cliff ends. 3 right there. That 2-3 level off that 6, man, that's just absolute rundown. And I think that's what they're doing. They're going to try to maybe stop it now, because, man, if you come under that 2, it can get nasty in a hurry. Like you're talking 568, 570 down here. Way down in here. Way down in here. Yeah, that's just the first part of the drop. At like 560, 567, 563, 560. Then you get under, if you get under 58 and 49, it's really over. If you get under 550, guys, if the market came to 550, it should absolutely go all the way down to 516. All the way down to 516. Way, way down there. So I think they're going to try to stop this thing from, it's almost 17 grand. Look. That's a pretty good day right there if you're trading this thing. Think about this, General. If you had a funded account on this thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be more money than I've seen at one time.
This is a year's salary for some people. You know?
It'd be about half of mine.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you get somebody who's making 40 grand a year. Hell, you get 18 grand on one trade. Feel called out. LOL. Nano. See, Max, how you doing today, brother? Buke, did you do good today? Big Pop, I know you did. Charlie, how you doing, man? Even par. Hey, Fish, I see you back in here again. Daily Grands, good to see you in the room. I think you might be new. Just guys, if you're watching YouTube, make sure you put the like and subscribe button for us. That'd be nice. Home Dog and Jamie. I guess Jamie's probably made some money today. Jojo, I know Jojo's doing good. Joker 12, Keith, Kev, M3, Mad Moxie. It's awesome. The Ranger's probably doing good. I'm sure. I know Rich is. Both Riches are probably doing. There's 2 different ones in here. Yeah, it's cool. It's Ace Archer. I don't know what you've done so far today, but I know you had to come on late, but it's okay. See the 600 here, guys? There you go. Right there, baby. Right there. Come on. Let's go to here's a pullback level. It's all right. You're green, Rich. It's all that matters, bro. We've had those days where it's back and forth kind of thing, you know? Look, guys, 17.7. 17,700. Yeah, remember that 17.7 in case you pull back. We're going to post that. Power hour is here. And these bears could really kill this short right here if they really wanted to. They got this market right now. They could absolutely just make this thing fly straight down. Another 20, 30, 40 points down, even longer than that. My big level's 514 down there, so I don't think it's going to go that far. But they got some dip levels that'll probably stop it from there, but it could push way down here, guys. Come on, 18,000. There it is, 18 grand. Bam! 18, 18.4. 18.4 right now, guys. Just think if you doubled your contracts in this, guys, if you had 10, you'd be up 40 grand right now almost. It'd be a $38,000 trade. Come on, boys. Because you're under the cliff now. It's time to roll. You got to undo all the garbage and just push this shit down. Because they don't have anything stopping them. Let me go over and look and make sure. They don't, man. Yeah, they do too. Yes, they do. A hidden level at 884. 884.25. There's a little hidden level, and that's back from Monday. It's sitting on the screen. I just went back and looked. There's an 884.50, guys. 884.50 and 84.50 and 83.50 are both those we have to come through. Why don't you come right down to that? Try to get back down there if it can, because it needs to break that 84.83. And remember, when we were trading on Thursday, the 13th, the 84.50 and the 85 was the big run-up. It was like that second big day run-up. I mean, it just took off. It took off, remember, on Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. It took off on Tuesday, way up there about 201. 15,201. So there's the 84.50 right there, guys. So it took off at 201 on that Wednesday and ran all the way up. Then Thursday, it kept moving. And then Thursday morning, about what was it, Thursday? I think where was it coming out on Thursday? I think it was 9:30 Thursday morning. Yeah, it was exactly 9 o'clock Thursday morning. It was 5:50. It went right to 5. It went right to the 84 and crossed over all day on Thursday into Friday. So we're coming back down to those big giant levels now of last Thursday. And there's an 83.50 right there. That's that level I was telling you guys about. 84 and 83. That's why you always look left in your chart, because that's the big level. If it breaks this, guys, oh my God. Come on down. Come on down. Now, I know there's a market dip level sitting at about 74 because I looked back and seen it. And that market dip level comes back in from last Wednesday at 4 o'clock. But right now, you've got one sitting here right at 84. And that was also last Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So we're midnight Thursday on the 13th was 72.75. So let's see if she comes down to 72 or 73. Should be 72, 73 right here. But she's got to get into 83 there and stay. 72.7, 72, 73 right there. That's perfect. So 85 goes down, 85, 82, 84. But you got to hold the 83.50 here. Anything under 83.50 wants to come back down because that's that level, 84.50, 83.50. Yeah, I do believe if I go here and look at this, let me just pull this thing up and look at it over here. Oh. I'm kind of wondering what's going on with this now. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, come on. Well, there it is. Trying to get my line to come up here, guys. Team fade. It's not on the team fade line. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's make this thing purple. Oh, that's what it is, guys. Unbelievable. Now we know why it's 83 and 84. You know why? It's the line in the sand from the trade terminator from last week. That's exactly what it is. I just went and looked on trade terminator. Trade terminator's level is right down there, guys. Anything under this 83, 84 down here is just like the gravity level. Because this trade terminator does the same thing with what we call the line in the sand. And it's right here at this 84.50. That's the line in the sand from last week. On the 1 hour. So that's why she's trying to bounce up off of that. That's hilarious. I didn't think about that until I went and looked at why is that line sitting there? Why was that line marked? And it's sitting right. Well, shit, just do it this way. It's a lot easier just to go over here and do it this way, I think. See, when you pay attention to charts and looking left all the time, I'm looking back a week ago, guys. That is the trade terminator, what we call line in the sand, or what Swan calls our sandwich line. Anything under the sandwich line is a short, anything over the sandwich line is a long. And that's exactly it from last Wednesday and last Thursday. And what's funny about it, when we look up here, and we remember I told you guys about that 76 level, 77 level up here? Like right in here. We have another one up there from last week too. 18,400. 300 on the day, something like that, 18.4. What do you think about that, Rich? Do you see it on your chart, Rich, on the 1 hour? Another Hikinashi Kenna with no wick. Come on, baby. So now we know that trade terminator is sitting right here. You have to break that terminator line. If you don't break that terminator line, you can expect a pullback. Yeah, isn't it cool? You see it to the left of your chart? It's awesome. It's good to have on the 1 hour because you can look at that, man. Even a week later, it's still coming into play. A week later.
Well, he was trying to break that line.
I told you it's short. There's about 72. That's absolutely beautiful. That's friggin' awesome. Because that 72, remember I told you guys 72.75 was that dip level right there. 72, 73. That's where she's sitting. Now she breaks that. She's going to try to come down here and tap the 66.25. So if you took a short under the trade terminator line, congrats. So I forgot to look, guys. It's 19,400. Did we hit 20,000? You may check out and see.
I didn't see it hit it yet.
19.3. Cool. But we use what we call our line in the sand on Trade Terminator, because when she goes to the line in the sand, we know that if it don't cross it, we get out. But if it does cross it, we can stay in long. But if we're looking for a long and we're sitting there in the morning, if you're sitting at 9:30 in the morning right here, and the market's getting ready to go up, and you're sitting on the line in the sand, we just take the long every time. Well, there's 19.5, 19.6. Get that target in. Come on. 19.9, 20,000. It just tapped 20 grand, guys. It just tapped 20,000 right there. Right at 72 was 20K. 20K right there. Bam. Or $19,995. That's craziness. Holy crap. There it is. 20,000. 20,000, $20. Boom. There's that 68, 66 right there, guys. That's our dip level, 66, 66 even. 66 point, well, it's actually 66.50. But we're right there by it. You get these massive targets. 20,300 and more. Now let's go to 66 and push this thing. The 66 will make this thing just dip down to about the 63 here. I'm looking at 66, 63, guys. 66, 64, 63. Okay, now we come down to 63. We try to get the big level, 59. There it is, 59.75. There she goes, right there. 59.75 is that big level. Now, this one here is another, this 58.50, guys, is another jump point where the market will tag down, because that's a cliff. It's actually 57.75, 50. It's actually 58, 58.25. Right there. See it? That's your jump off cliff. So there we go, down again. You jump off the cliff at 58 there, 58.25. You jump off that cliff. You're trying to get down here to your friends at 50. Because that's this next one down. That's the next level down is 50 from here. But the pullback, would be 62.50. Which I don't know where she's at right now. I ain't looking, but yeah, 62.50 somewhere right there. Then you got 62 to 68, or 66, sorry. 66, then 68. Then 72, 75, like we did before. Man, we hit every freaking target. Way over 20,000, guys, on the day. With this one massive. And remember, guys, what did I tell you about the liquidation? Remember? 21,000. Look at this. Is this knowing it or what? We killed this, guys. Look at this. Look, we are in here on the secondary trade. We caught this. This liquidation, this contraction, liquidate. Remember I told you they were going to liquidate, and they did. Expansion phase is going to be hilarious. Just go to 50 and get it done. Come on, boys. Come on, take that 50 out. Go to 58, come down here and try to get this 50. 58, 58, 50 would be great. We get a 50, man. This going to get really stupid. But we do know, I'm looking over here also, 56. Yeah, 56.50. Watch it stop at. 56.50, because you got a little dip at 56 and 53. And then once she clears the 53, she comes down around the 51. And then she gets to 50 to 49. Then under 49, it's over again at 49. But you got like 49, 50, 53, 58, 62, 68, 72. Big bunch of levels in there. $21,300. And guess where the massive move is back to? Right here, 84. $41,000. It's hilarious, guys. How long would it take if you worked at just a job? If you made 42,000, in a good paying job, an hour. So if you took a year's salary at 42,000, a $21,000 salary for a year, that's kind of like probably somebody works, some other job. But if you make $21,000 in a day, guys, that's more money than some people see in a year. And that's something you got to think about when you're trading. You make these kind of trades, man. It's just like if you have a big days like we have sometimes, you got to just be humble and think. You got to think why. Blessed, man. I don't bring it up a lot, no, but I think, hey, God is good. Get blessings, man, and you get blessed. You bless other people. That's a cool thing. We're just going to keep doing this. Kill it. So, the NASDAQ is my baby. I've been trading this thing a long time. Like I said, I don't go on YouTube. I don't post about how much I make a day and brag and all that. That's just not me. It's just, we try to get, the reason we're doing it is helping other people. Let's go under this and kill it.
I, for one, appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, man. I know a lot of guys here do. They all tell me all the time, and I'm glad. Just different. You heard the old saying, share the wealth. This is one good way to share wealth. Teach people how to trade. So you can quit those jobs.
Here shortly, I'm going to start with funding my own account, but I'm only going to start with $500 and see where I can go with it.
Yeah. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I've been trading for 2 years now. And I agree that a job, some bullshit.
Yeah.
I started trading towards the end of the pandemic. So it probably took me about 8 months to get good and consistent with options. And man, glad I didn't give up. And I'm never looking back.
Nope. You don't have to. You just, once you get in this business and you start making money at it, there ain't no going back.
Options world, 2 SPX trades make my day. And then I just focus on learning this futures thing.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Buke. If you got a $5,000 salary a month, say if somebody had a $5,000 salary a month, that's a pretty good salary. 5, 10, 15, 20. It'd take them 4 months to make this money. At 6,000, you're looking about 3, something like that. So it's 3-4 months of every day, 8 to 5. traveling, commuting, spending your own gas. That's what kills me. People go to work, but the companies you work for, you got to buy the gas to get there. Okay. Hello. Why aren't you paying me my gas to get there? I'm coming to work for you. Should be added into your check. Come on. Can we get 22? We're getting close to 22. They're wanting us 50, guys. That 49 is that big level. I was telling you guys about the 49.50. That 49.50 is another big cliff. It's the massive one. Well, it's one of the massive ones. Because 49 comes all the way down to about it's actually the big one. Yeah. It's 49. See, what is that? Yeah, it is. It's 49. 49 is the big jump off point. They get 49 and she's really going to be done. But see, you've got these little levels in here. You've got, you got this little 58.50. You've got the 60. You got the 62, the 66, the 59, the 56, the 53. So it's just kind of crazy. All the little dip levels that come in there. It's like all the way from 52 to 68. There's a bunch of them. All right. Hang on a second. Like a plan. Over 22K, guys. Sorry, Paul. My wife asked the question. So 47, guys, you can see we got 49. And that 49 is that big level. It's that major fall level. So let's see if they're going to push it past that 49 to hold this, or if they're going to start retracing back. But I don't think they're going to. It's already 330 almost. I think they're wanting those big targets down there. Because they could really mass move this thing at 49. Because from 49 back to 68, guys, is really dangerous to be trading in. Those 49 to 68 is all dip levels, and there's a bunch of them. I know, right? There you go. So you got $1,000 with one contract, Ace Archer? That's good if you did, man. That's how you do it. I've been holding this for a long time. Of course, you guys don't even want to know how many contracts I got in this. I got it at 98 with you guys up top. So we're just coming straight down. Just straight down. Let's go. Look at it. Oh, check this out, guys. Remember I told you guys about going to 1? You talking about a liquidation phase. Look at this. 2.3. 2.3. Holy crap. That's called bears ain't messing around, boys. Let's put it up here and look. Watch. 2.4. See, I moved it up to the top. 2.4. Holy crap. That's craziness. That's almost done. That's 98.6% of a down. The bears have pushed this market almost 100%. And they have from where we were, guys. Look at the 547 level, okay? The 547. Let's go back and look at the entry here at 10:30. God, if I can, I'll just do it this way. It's right up here. It's like the 780. Right there. 777. Oh, here's 7. It's the first one was up here, guys. The first entry was like 780. 780. But no, it was over here. Never mind. It's over here. No shit. It's even higher than that. God almighty, where did it get in at? So it shorted. Oh, it shorted right here in the range break. That's what it done. Yeah. 824 on this short, guys, was the first short in this. 824. Right there. 77. 577 was the add-on. That's not bad, though. That's kicking butt, man. Remember I told you guys the pullback was where? 84. So see, we're out of all that mess now. So now you get this 84 pullback. Okay. Remember, though, what's this right here telling you? That's our line in the sand, guys. Right there. That's where you want to be. If it's going to go long, it's going to happen right there. That's the safe long. If it's going to go long, that's the purple line. It's the safe one. Because now they're going to try to push this thing back to 90, if they can. 90 and like 605. But I'm thinking you jump off this 90 up here and you come all the way back up to about 612. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see what she does, but it's awesome. Yep. We got our 49 level though. We got to 47. That was exactly where we wanted to go, is 49. So we got 47. Like 21,000 or 20, or almost 22,000. I think it was like 21 something, 21.5, 21.4. So that's perfect. So now we're going to try to come above this 86 here and slam 86 to 90. This 90, if he breaks the 90, 95 level, guys, you would come up here about 90, try to break that 95. If you break the 95, you're going to get the 605. But I'm thinking it's saying I think 605 for the retail, 612 for us, 605 for normal people, and 612 for everybody else. So crazy people. But you really got to watch that Charmander line. Really got to watch that level. But what a day. It's craziness. I'm super impressed with today, guys. And I know I rattle off a bunch of levels, and I'm sorry if I get kind of back and forth here, but you'll hear me call them a lot because I want you guys to know where they're at. Like I told you, above 68 was the long. It was. You had to be above 68 to be in this because of all the dip levels. But see, when they got to 68, like I told you guys, they would go from 68 to 84. That was my target, 84. If they break 84.50 here, they got a 611 target on it, on the pullback. But They got a little dip level before that, which is about 605. Then 605 to 608, then 608 to 11. You break 11, you go to 15, and then from there you go to 17, like we did earlier. And then when she gets to 18, she starts running up to 32. So I don't know if it'll happen or not, but we'll see. We're prepared in case it does. You're welcome, Chris. I had to close that short. That's okay, though. $547 to 700. Yeah. 150 something points. That's a hell of a short. I need to go back and look what it was. Shit, I turned it off and didn't even look. I ain't gonna carry my calculator out because I suck at calculators. It just drives me nuts. Oh, there's a little bull candle trying to come up here just above our line in the sand. That's kind of funny.
Man, hadn't seen one of those in quite some time.
Yeah, all day. We've seen them, but they hadn't done nothing. So 700 guys down to 600 was 100 points. And then 550 was 150. So I got about 153 points off of that with 8 contracts. That's a massive move. Plus this morning's trades. We brutalized this thing today, guys. Absolutely brutal. Because this morning we killed this market. This morning we had like a lot this morning.
Now I'm looking at your chart here, and you were saying on that bottom box that when it got down to like 6.9 and stuff like that, they run out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is running up. Does that mean that's bullish?
Yes. See the green dots?
Yes.
Yep, right here. These are where the bulls got it, where they got greens.
Okay, so if the bears got it, it's going to be a red dot?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand your charting thing here.
Yeah, and when you see these pullbacks happen, right here, these are the pullbacks.
Gotcha.
See the pullbacks up there? See how the greens up there, the 2 little green candles up there? These? That's these.
Gotcha. So they kind of help you trying to figure out if it's reversing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they do. And a lot of times those reversal greens, you can capture some points off those reversal greens, especially if they hold the line above 25 down here. I've noticed that they got like this little line right here I've drawn. See this little line?
Yep, sir.
But yeah, that's when it shows the greens, guys. If you're watching Auto Trader, this is where the bulls will try to grab it back from them. And if they start making the green cloud, then they're really going to get it from them. As you can see, we've had a red cloud all day long. But I expected this to run to about 90, 95, and I think it went. It goes about 600, yeah, close to that 98. That 98 was a pullback, remember? And so you've got to get past, once you get past like the 98 up there, the 611 is the target. That would have been my target right here. Right there, 1150, 1175. But
all right, so when would Auto Trader have traded out your simulated trade there for 5 contracts?
You mean close it?
Yeah.
It won't. You got to close it manually. I just didn't close it. I'm just leaving it on. I can go right here and flatten this, and it'll start looking for long trades. But I got to go over here and I have to go back and in the system and tell it to look for longs. So I just leave it running. But the way I'm trying to get it set up now is where we can actually have it close. But it will close this when it goes long. So when a real long comes in, it will close this trade. So if it goes right here and goes long on the auto trader, it will close that short.
Gotcha, just to keep you from losing too much.
Yeah. But right now it's telling you there's really no longs, so it's not taking any longs. But if we get a long, you'll see it. But this has got a ways to go before it gets long. I think it's going to be way up in here. Way up there. But I think pretty much it would probably happen around the 12. It could be right here. If I was a big bulls, I'd want to go long up in this area. But see, that's why, like on my chart, I just cut it down there at 47. I use the auto trader and I trade off my chart with it. And then when I see it come up and get blue like that, or if I see it hit a level I want, I just get out. I don't even worry about it. Then like on this one, I just take the reversal and it gets to 12. If it holds 12, great. We keep it. If it don't, we get out. Well, we use it. We should start using it probably this next coming week. That way you guys can get used to it when I'm on vacation. I'll probably put it up every day for you guys to use.
I will definitely be watching.
As I've got some bigger traders that watched it, like Vince. He's $1 million trader, and he's like, "Damn, dude, I just need this thing." That's what he's the auto trader. I don't have to worry about trading shit. He said on bad days I can just take 5 or 6 points a candle like this. Like I tell you guys, my 5 and 5 rule: 5 contracts, 5 points. 5 contracts, 5 points. You know what I mean? But on these were 30, 40 points, 50 points. So you made a fortune today. But if you go into this thing in the morning and it takes a short at 9:30, down 35, 40 points off that short, shit, you're done. You walk away.
I would.
Yeah.
Make more in a day than I make in a week.
I have a philosophy. We used to have a room saying, we'd have my old room back in the day. My first or my second, that was my second trade room. But when I had my first trade room, we had a philosophy. We had a rule. It was called a grand a day keeps the job away.
And that's a darn good rule.
And that's what we did. And me and Rich Forever set a goal. We would do a grand a day. At least we try to get our grand every day. Every day. That's all we cared about was getting a grand. Get a grand and quit. Get a grand and quit. And that's what we had the $500 rule first. $500 a day keeps the job away. so then we moved it up to 1,000. So
sounds logical.
Yeah, I mean, we just kept that. We always kept that every day. We would tell each other 5 a day keeps the job away for about 6, 7, 8 months. Then finally it was like, okay, let's go for a grand. Grand a day keeps the job away. So, and that's why I've been green since last year. I ain't had a red day in over a year.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been I ain't had a red day since I lost that 26 grand that day with Rich. Rich watched me lose. I lost $26,500 in one day, guys.
That's a bad day.
Yeah. Then I come back the next day and made 27. So it was like,
there you go.
And Rich seen it live. We're like, how about shit, though? I couldn't sleep that whole night, though. I tell you that, man. I was fucking freaking out. I was off the deep end. But that taught me a lesson. That taught me a lesson of why you're sitting there froze watching your chart lose money. Right? Because I froze. Like, oh.
It's got to come back. It's got to come back.
That's exactly what I kept saying. It's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. No, shit. Didn't either. And finally, my wife and my mom both told me, you just need to cut the trade.
Yeah, that's been my problem is not cutting the trades and thinking it's going back up.
And after that, it was like, okay, it's kind of a wake up call. But then I think after that, I had like a little spat where I lost, like 7 or 8 or whatever. But then I finally just one day woke up, just said, okay, you gotta be the one in control here. You can't let the market control you. You gotta control the market, man. You have, like I keep telling everybody, guys, you gotta have your emotions in check. You can't have distractions. You can't have people that nag you. You can't have people that bash you about it. You need total focus in this industry. If you're with somebody who doesn't understand that, you need to replace them. It's just the way it is. Because it takes a lot to be a day trader. But if the person stands with you through it, the rewards are substantial. If a person can stand through this with you and be by your side, because they'll get, they're going to get the same thing out of it.
Yeah, one day I'd like to have the money to go on a vacation and not worry about the money I spend.
Exactly. People, if you think about trading, you say, okay, I can take a $20,000 payout this week. That's a damn good payout, right? Without even affecting your account.
Man, I've never had a payout.
And a lot of people haven't, and it's just because the way the market does people, and then people get in the the psychology part and all that. But the second thing that happens is people get